reviewing K-pop comebacks, number 9. And we're keeping with December as we keep going with Amber Dew, Don't Dance. And I think this is a cute little track by Amber. You know, she hasn't released this type of tracks that much, I would say, specifically in her last EP. I think her first EP, Rogue Rouge, was way more had more serious tones overall. But this is definitely more of a throwback 2015-2016 Amber, I think, from Beautiful EP. And it's a good track. I think if you like Amber as an artist, you're gonna enjoy it, and I like Amber as an artist, therefore I'm enjoy it more than if you're not a fan, in my opinion. She could have done more interesting things, in my opinion, from a production standpoint, but you know, this is Amber's comfort zone, and I don't expect her to kind of get out of it anytime soon. Twice Donut, I think pretty much the only ballad of the album. Maybe there's another one, and it's a pretty good one, in my opinion. It shows a little bit of versatility from Twice, some vocals, and I like it quite a bit. Honestly, it's not my favorite track. It's on the top 3 of the album, but it's something different from them, and I enjoy it a lot. BB, The Weeknd. Recently, she's been releasing more and more tracks with 88 Rising. I think I'm happy for her personally. I think it's an important transition for her career to get more popular outside. The song itself, though, is good. I'm not the biggest fan of the production, not the biggest fan of the chorus, but I enjoy the lyrics personally, and I enjoy her vocals. So overall, it's a good track, but again, I wouldn't go back to it personally. Next, we have Lil Cherry with Pie Life. This is a very weird track. You know, it's very, very weird. So, you know, if you're kind of into experimental stuff, like kind of artsy pop, you might enjoy it. But the song is very, very weird. From her vocals, from her lyrics, from the way she actually sings, the melody. It's kind of awkward, but on a purposeful manner. I personally like it. Like I said, I think it's definitely one of the better songs of the month, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, and in a sense that if I had to pick a top 3 or top 5 from this, it wouldn't be in here. It's definitely on the better sides of things. Definitely, though, the song can be very obnoxious to a lot of people that are not a fan of this type of music. Next, we have 80s with The Real. I made a mistake because last time I thought I was talking about Turbulence, but I was referring to this actual song in terms of the name, but I wasn't talking about this song specifically. The Real is a good track. I enjoy it personally. It reminds me a lot of BTS in many ways, kind of like a lot of fire in terms of how the song is composed and the song is actually, you know, organized, and even the part before, like the chorus, like the little, you know, speaking words by somebody with a deep voice, kind of like exists in it. It's a good track, not one of my favorite 80s tracks personally, but it's aggressive, it's fun, it's very, very in your face, which is what 80s I think does the best. NCT U with Universe, Let's Play Ball. I really like this track by NCT U. Personally, it's fun, it's aggressive. I think this is where I love about NCT, is when they do this type of very cool, you know, fast production, fast type of hype tracks. I really enjoy them. So yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think it's anything outside of the standards of NCT of the last couple of years, in my opinion. Next we have Mirani featuring Lil Boy with Uptown Girl. It's okay. I think this song is kind of all over the place. Personally, I don't like it as much. Again, performance wise it's okay, the production is fun, but her vocals I'm not the biggest fan of. I think they have too much auto-tune, and Lil Boy I don't think really brings anything different from, you know, to give a different set of tone to this track. You know, he just kind of follows what she does, and he does it well, but again, I don't think none of them shine. I think overall the song is a no for me personally. Kai Domino, this is the video you're gonna see is a fan-made video, I think, but the song is actually good. I think it's one of the most interesting Kai songs he has released. His EP as a whole I think is very good, one of the best EPs of the year in my opinion, and there's nothing really more to say. I think if you know Kai as an artist, I think the way SM has been using him as an artist and really enhancing his ability and his talent to, I think, the max level. I think that's why I truly believe SM still in the production game is unparalleled and unmatched in K-pop, in my opinion. Next we have Mumbo featuring Mirani, G999. This is a throwback 90s track, and it's a fun little track by these girls. You know, I enjoy it. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I enjoy throwbacks sometimes. It's really the most standard shit you've ever heard. But I think it's fun, it's cute, it's kind of, you know, it shows the friendships of the two. Mumbo has done this in the past with Solgi, with I'm So Selfish, but I'm So Selfish is a way better song than this, 100%. Minzy, after I think 2 years, she's back with Fantabulous. Great track, one of my favorite tracks of the year. Dope lyrics, dope chorus. She shows her ability to be able to rap, to sing, to dance. She does it all, and she showcases her ability. Recently, CL said something interesting. She said, I was surprised when 21 disbanded. This song doesn't even have 500,000 views, and on her single sales it has 10 million. I think it's pretty clear why 21 didn't last longer, in my opinion. And I'm not saying it's the girls' fault. I'm just saying YG understood what baskets they had to put their eggs on, and they completely went on CL, and they were right. So when she says that, I think it's kind of insulting people like Minzy, who, again, she's extremely talented, but you can clearly see, like, she, for whatever reason, she's somewhat underrated in today's era. I don't know why. Then next we have 2 Christmas tracks, very basic, by Lunar Solar Skyle. One is called Christmas Is You, and the other one is called Our Christmas. Listen, they're really basic songs, but these are more songs for the fans to say Merry Christmas, and and as a gift. It's nothing crazy, but again, they're cute songs, so sure. But they're probably some of the worst songs of this month, unfortunately, if I have to compare them to others. It's the truth, but in their own little sphere, they work. Next, we have a AUMG official song. It's a posse track. It's called BOTB, produced by Gray, and there's a shitload of artists in it. I'm probably gonna forget some people, but we have Don Mills, we have Los, we have Gecko, Changmo, we have Devita, Gsoul, Sins, and Bio. And they all do a very good job. Not the biggest fan of Bio personally as an artist, but in this track I think he works very good. With Changmo, I think Changmo, Don Mills have the best verses on it, followed by, and I think her name is Soul, the girl who raps the first part. I think she's really good. I don't know if it's Soul or Sins. I assume it's Soul. Soul is sick. She's really, really good. Los and Gecko have the second 2, and then you have the other guys. But Changmo is incredible. Like, Changmo still proves, again, in these type of tracks, why he's one of the best rappers, if not the best rapper in Korea. Don Mills enters the track perfectly, followed by Los with that West Coast shit, 2 legends of the Korean hip-hop industry. And then you have Soul, which is Soul or Sins. Anyway, the first woman you see, she's really good. Then the chorus is the worst part of the song, in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of the chorus personally, but I understand why they did that. Personally, not the biggest fan of it. I would have preferred something maybe more raw. But the production is sick. Everybody raps really well. Maybe you can argue B.O. was the worst rapper in here. But it's very simple. It's to say that this is one of the best tracks I've heard all year in Korea from a hip hop artist. And next we have a very good track by Trudy called OK. Dope rap track. It's 2 minutes 30. She just goes in, raps strong, hard, fast, aggressive, dope bars. 2 minutes and 30, and she leaves. Great song. And next we have NCT 127 with Earthquake. This is a B-side track from the album. I like it. It's pretty good. Don't like it as much as Universe by NCT but it's good. NCT 127 is and always been the most consistent unit out of NCT, and I think this track just proves that over and over again. And next we have another posse cut by by Higher Music, Lotus. It's a remix of a song by, I think they're called Fly Park Boys, if I remember correctly. They're from Indonesia, if I remember correctly. And this song is an homage to these artists, and I think it's dope to see the evolution of Korean hip-hop. I think this song really represents that very, very well, in my opinion. And to see how much has Korean hip-hop grown in the last 3 to 4 years, it's, in my opinion, remarkable. I think you have to thank officials like Show Me the Money, sure, but I think when you look at, when I got into K-pop in 2013, 2014, the Korean hip-hop scene existed, obviously, but it was very copycatish. There were some artists that stood out, but overall it was very copycatish. And I think it has been copycatish for years. But now, again, like I said, you have legitimate hip-hop artists in K-pop, right? So the fact that we have now companies like Ambition Music, Higher Music, AUMG, Highlight Records, like I'm just naming some that have incredible artists that all rap really well, all have their own style. Of course, some of them are better than others. I'm very critical of people like the last guy they signed, which I think his name is Jamin. I'm not the biggest fan of him, for example, but I think it's undeniable to say that they're going towards the right direction, in my opinion, artistically. And I love to see, Asian hip hop getting more recognition, specifically getting better. In this track, the bests, in my opinion, are Jake Park, Tradell, Big Naughty, I think really good. Jamin was okay. I felt PH1 was okay. Woody Gochild, I love his energy, but he was very, I think, hit or miss with his lyrics. And JB's on this track apparently. I assume he does some of the vocals, but I don't remember him rapping at all in this track. Maybe, he's just like in the video, but he doesn't rap. I'm trying to see if he does rap. No, this is not him. Yeah, he doesn't rap. Yes, I was right. Like, he probably does some of the vocals, or probably just in the video itself, so like represent. But great song. The original song is also very good, by Fly Park Boys, correct? That's what they're called. Force Park Boys. They're really good. It's undeniable. I think they also did a very good job of highlighting this track. In my opinion, the best track of the month. Even though it's hip hop, it's, I think, the best. Wish this was on iTunes, but it's not. I understand why, because probably he wants the original to be more popular, so I'm fine. Next we have Haha, famous television personality in Korea, really famous for being one of the members of Running Man, a top 3 show in popularity, I think, in the last 10 years easily. And this song, I think, kind of, it has been a long time since I think I released officially music, but this song is good. I think it's a good song. It shows his ability. It's kind of quirky. Maybe not everything works perfectly, but it shows a lot of passion. I think you can hear in his voice that he's happy that he's back making music, and he talked about it in interviews as well. Not one of my personal favorites, but I think objectively it's well produced. Singing is good. Not the biggest fan of how he sounds when he tries to kind of do this spoken word type of thing, which explaining what's happening and everything. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I've heard worse, way worse. Next we have Gsoul with Natural. Pretty good. I mean, Gsoul is very good. Great vocals, pretty good lyrics. The video, I think, really reminds me of Björk's video. I remember the name of the video, but it's very similar, where in this case they're both talking about nature, and it shows in the music video as well. So Natural, everything is about the nature, water, trees, mountains. Pretty good song, great vocals. I mean, I don't have to say that about Gsoul, everybody knows that. NCT 2021 with Beautiful. I don't like this, I'm sorry. I've heard this 3 or 4 times, even in the album, and it just stands out weird. I get it, it's supposed to be an uplifting song getting in 2022, and specifically even about COVID and all those things. I get it. It has a lot of the Into the New World kind of vibe to it, which is the Girls' Generation first track that became kind of like the national anthem, the unofficial national anthem of Korea. But this feels way more forced than that at the time, and I don't know, it's not bad, but it's just too much even for me. I don't like it personally. And next, unfortunately, we have another one of the worst songs I think of the month. Unfortunately, I don't want to say it, but I've said it's Juice WRLD's track produced by Suga, Girls of My Dream. People say, well, no, this song is really good, and I'm like, I personally don't agree with that. I think when I hear this song, I think it's apart from the fact that the entire album is just exploiting his name, the label, no, but more than that, personally, what I think really works for Juice WRLD as an artist, has always worked for him, is the fact that as an artist, he's always been very simple in the way he does music, and I know he had a song on with them on the movie soundtrack, which was good, but that felt more natural. This feels like, it was something that he did, they probably had on the side, maybe they were still working, they just put it on the album. It is what it is. I personally don't like it. I get it, it's probably gonna chart number 1, this is gonna be the first number 1 he's ever gonna get, but it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel it feels too fake for me personally. Monsta X You Problem. Not a fan of this, I'm sorry. Like, it's in English, which is fine, but the production is just too clean, too sweet, like overly produced. The guys' vocals are just overly polished. Like, there's no sign that this is a Monsta X track. It's so fake. I get it, it's supposed to push you towards America. Not a fan of it, personally. Very simple. Next we have Apocry, the virtual artist, featuring Lil Cherry, and this song is called Shut Up, Kiss Me. It's a good track. I think the production is fine. I think Apocry is a good vocalist. Lil Cherry adds a nice feature. It's just a good track. I think it's one of these ones that don't really have anything more to say. It's just good. Bio, featuring Benzino, Counting Stars. Not the biggest fan of it. Don't like the production that much. I don't like Bio's vocals. Again, he overuses autotune, and that's not cool anymore in 2021. You either do it like people like Playboy Carti and you do it in a smart way, or you just sound weird, bad, dated. And for somebody that is really hyped, he doesn't seem to be as good as he can be. Next we have Homies, and this is one of the most popular, I would say probably trios in Korean hip-hop right now. Really, really big. People like them a lot. They chart quite much. I think they also have one of the highest selling albums of the year. Like, they sell so much. They're so popular, pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna keep it this simple. And the song is called Focus. Listen, I don't think the guys are bad individually. Like, the guy where they're just in Gucci, I don't like them. I like the least out of the three. The one with the dreads is the one that I like the most. I feel like he's the more like complete artist at this point in his career. The others are still learning. The song itself is not bad. Even when I listened to the project, I felt like in the project context of the project, and specifically towards the end of the album, it fit very well. Still though, when I compare it to things like Lotus, BOTB, even things that have been released in recent memory, that by Changmo, by other artists, what do you want me to say? Like, it's okay, in many ways mediocre, but in other aspects I think it's very interesting. I think they have potential, but as of now it's not shown in their music, in my opinion, at all.